Hey everyone, it's Will, and today I'm going to talk about the winter blues, not just for us, but for our plants too. Because when the days are long and the days are warm, everything's great, but as we transition into shorter days, drier days, our plants often come from areas where that is not the norm, and they can go into a little bit of stress, and that can be something that we visualize and could maybe blame on ourselves. So we're going to address the two things that you can do to look for with your plant to avoid them going into stress, and then also address a lot of the questions that we get about plants that are doing things that are just very shocking to us. So I have this ficus alley beside us here, and ficus are gorgeous plants that are right on the top of our list of plants that really don't adjust well in terms of even going from a nursery like ours into your home, as well as adjusting from the winter time when the days are long to when the days are short. So you've got your plant, you've had it in your home for a while, it's been happy all summer and fall, and all of a sudden things are not so happy anymore. Like with this ficus benjamina right here, we have, it's lost a lot of leaves, and you might see that if you have some of these ones and all of a sudden for whatever reason it's been happy in this space for months and it just starts dropping leaves, and you're like, what is going on? And the challenge is that when days are long in summertime, we might have a spot that when the conditions are right, it's getting enough light, it's getting a good amount of humidity and light in that space. And all of a sudden when the days are shorter and our furnaces are kicking on, the humidity drops in our house and the light drops, both the intensity of it and the length of light that we have there. And so we sometimes have to adjust the positioning that we have our plant in, because the spot could be good enough in the summertime when everything's great, but in the wintertime we might need to adjust and move it into a space where it's going to get more light, longer light, or if that's not an option, we might need to invest in a grow light to be able to put on there just to supplement the light that it's getting. We just touched on light. The other thing is going to be water. And in the wintertime, we want to give our plants some love, and we want to make sure that they're nice and healthy, but we can sometimes overlove them by sticking to the schedule that has done well by us all through the summertime. And when the days get shorter, the plant can notice that, and they'll start to go dormant, and they'll start to take a break and not require as much nutrients, either plant food or water. So if we're sticking to the schedule of every Wednesday I give my golden pothos a drink, we can start to slowly have too much of a buildup of water and cause it to go into stress. And so in this case, you can see that we have these yellowing leaves, these wilting leaves, where it's starting to present with having an issue where it's probably a buildup of water in there where it started to actually rot in the roots. Because if we don't have a pot with grower holes, a grower pot that has these drainage holes in the bottom there, if you have any extra water, you're not going to see it at the very top until it's literally built all the way up, but it's going to slowly have water amalgamating, accumulating in the bottom and slowly going up and up and up. And if there's water present all the way through, that means you can't have air, and you need to have good aeration for good root health. Going forward beyond that, you can go in with your finger and actually feel the soil and feel how wet it is. And not just the first little bit, because that part can dry out, and then well underneath you'll feel a lot more moisture. If you have an old chopstick from when you take out Chinese food, if you stick that in, the wood of the chopstick is going to act like a dipstick, and you'll be able to see really far in how much water there is. And if you can see that it's really moist down below, then you know that you still have a good accumulation. When it comes to plant nutrition, we usually recommend that you're applying a plant fertilizer about once a month during the summertime, but in the wintertime, when these plants are dormant, it won't be necessary. At most, you can do it once a season, so twice all the way from the dormant period in early October until again at the end of March, and you could skip it entirely. So we touched on how you need to be in tune with the amount of light that your plant is getting, and noticing whether or not it's dropping those leaves and adjusting the light levels that it's getting to make sure it stays happy and healthy, and then also not sticking to a schedule when you're watering so that you can continue to keep your plant healthy and happy all through the wintertime. As always, if you have any questions, you can reach out with a direct message, or you can post them in the comments section below. Thanks so much for watching. Stay happy with your plants and give them a hug. It's a long winter.